Hey guys, it's FanOfFans47 here. Today we're going to be having a look at my vintage 1940s Hunter Sentry 12-inch table fan. This is one of the oldest fans in my collection. And this thing is a beauty. It's got your classic metal blades with barely any grill in front of it. Pretty much the classic look of the 40s and 50s and some of the 60s even. You can see the logo right on the front here. You can see it says Hunter Sentry. This was also sold as the Hunter Zephyr. I believe it's the exact same thing, just a different name. So yeah, here's the side. Doesn't want to look away from the camera. You can see down there is your speed control. This particular fan has 2 speeds. 2 is high and 1 is low. Sorry, 1 is high and 2 is low. A little backwards, but whatever. A lot of older fans are like that, I find. That right there is your oscillation switch. You can see there's a wire coming down from the oscillation mechanism into the switch. So yeah. Going around to the back here, you can see under the oscillation cylindrical enclosure is the actual oscillation crank right there. And you can see it's got this wing nut to adjust the airflow. And down here is your information sticker. It's kind of hard to read, but I'll try to make it more legible. Let me just turn on my light here. It's even hard for me to read. 120 volts, 60 cycles, 0.7 amps. Made in the USA. There's a serial number I can barely read. Yeah, that's really all I can make out because this thing is so faded and dusty. You can see the base is quite rusted as well. I tried to clean it the best I could, but to pretty much no avail. And you could also see the cord coming out. This cord is actually not original. The cord that came with this actually blew up one day because it was like crumbling, so the wires are exposed, and one day it just shorted out because of those exposed wires and just never worked again. So yeah, I'm using a wire from a leftover camera charger from a camera I no longer own. And back to the front. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the overview of this fan. So I guess we'll just go ahead and turn it on. We'll start with low. Now this thing actually does have pretty dry bearings, so after not running for a while, it takes forever to speed up. I let it run for a little bit before this video so you wouldn't have to sit through most of that. But anyway, we'll just put it on low, or speed quote-unquote 2. It does have a little bit of a startup sound to it. Yeah, this isn't top speed. You can see it's slowly speeding up because of its dry bearings. I'll go ahead and twist on the oscillation switch here. I believe it's this way. There we go. You'll notice that this has a nice wide field of oscillation. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this air purifier over here so you can hear the fan better. There you can hear it humming away. Yeah, so the bearings could definitely use a reworking, but even at this speed, it's blowing a considerable amount of air. Yeah, you can hear it wants to speed up, but I think the oscillation kind of gets in the way as well. since the way these fans work is it uses one motor for everything. So the motor that's in this thing, or really any oscillating fan with analog controls, is going to be a dual shaft motor. One shaft is going to be directly connected to the blade set, while the shaft on the other end connects to a gear mesh system which controls the oscillation. And of course that puts more load on the motor, so it can't spin as fast, or has trouble getting up to speed like in this situation, especially with bad bearings. Now we'll go ahead and switch it to speed 1 or high. Now that's pretty much full speed right there. And this thing is really moving some air. The blades on this thing do have quite a bit of pitch to them, so I'm sure that helps. And the balance on this thing is actually really darn good. Goes to show just how much more sturdy the metal blades are compared to the plastic flimsy crap that's made today. Like this SMC over here that I previously reviewed. This thing's a hunk of junk. And of course, because we got that dual shaft motor, you can see it oscillates a lot quicker on the higher speed. No, I'm actually going to try turning it back down to low, see if we can get full speed again, now that we've had a bit of a boost. That's better. That's like maybe 75% speed. And it's just slowing down even more now. Oh well. And yeah, as you just saw, there is a bit of a dead spot in the switch. I presume it's due to age. This thing was never properly restored, so it's just been aging. And now when I shut it off, you'll notice how quickly the blades will spin down due to the dry bearings. For a metal blade set, it should not be spinning down that fast. And even when I try to, like, you can kind of feel the stiffness. It's not too bad. It's not as bad as some other fans, but still. Eventually, I'm probably going to have to take this thing apart and attempt to do a full restore. Because if I continue operating it like this, it's just going to wear out more and more. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and that'll be it.